What is a university manual? Every university, central, state, deemed to be or private, operates under a layered legal administrative framework, not a single document. Collectively, these instruments are often referred to as the university manual. Though this isn't always the formal name, some universities compile them into an actual bound volume by that title, others simply maintain them as separate legal instruments. The hierarchy exists because no single document can efficiently cover both a university's constitutional structure and its day-to-day procedural detail. The hierarchy. 1. The University Act. This is the foundational legal instrument, a statute passed by Parliament for central universities, a state legislature for state universities, or, in the case of deemed to be universities, the notification issued by the Ministry of Education under Section 3 of the UGC Act, 1956, following a UGC recommendation. The Act creates the university as a legal, juristic entity capable of holding property, suing, and being sued, defines its territorial and academic jurisdiction, establishes its objects, purposes, provides the authority under which statutes, ordinances, and regulations can subsequently be framed. An act cannot generally be amended by the university itself. Changes typically require legislative or ministerial action. 2. Statutes. Statutes operationalize the Act. They typically define the constitution and composition of governing bodies, governing council, board of management, academic council, finance committee, etc. Powers and functions of key officers, chancellor, vice-chancellor, registrar, deans. Procedures for appointment, tenure, and removal of authorities. The broad administrative and financial framework. Statutes usually require higher-level approval to amend, example, Board of Governors or Governing Council approval, sometimes with UGC or Visitor Chancellor concurrence, depending on the university's category. 3. Ordinances. Ordinances deal with academic and administrative implementation, the what of running the institution. Admission criteria and procedure, structure of academic programs, credit requirements, degree nomenclature, examination systems and evaluation schemes, constitution of boards of studies, research degree M.Phil or PhD requirements, service conditions for teaching and non-teaching staff in many universities. Ordinances are usually approved by the academic council and or executive or governing council and can generally be amended more readily than statutes, since they need to adapt to changing academic requirements. Example, NEP 2020 implementation, new UGC regulations. 4. Regulations. Regulations are the operational detail layer, procedural rules for implementing what the ordinances establish. Attendance requirements and condonation procedures, continuous assessment and examination conduct rules, malpractice and disciplinary procedures, grading systems, revaluation, and result processing procedures. Regulations are typically the easiest to amend, often requiring only academic council approval, since they need to respond quickly to operational needs. Important nuance. The exact naming and amendment authority varies by university type and by the specific act enabling instrument. For deemed to be universities, the internal statutes and ordinances are typically framed by the university itself under powers granted through its deemed university notification. Subject to UGC oversight, this differs somewhat from central or state university structures, where legislative bodies retain more direct control over statutes. Why the hierarchy matters practically. A. Legal validity. A regulation that conflicts with an ordinance, or an ordinance that conflicts with a statute, is generally void to the extent of the inconsistency. Amendment speed. Lower-tier instruments, regulations, can typically be updated faster than higher-tier ones, statutes, which is why day-to-day academic changes usually happen via ordinance regulation amendments rather than act amendments. Accountability. Each tier specifies who has authority to decide what, preventing overlapping or contradictory decision-making across bodies. Whether you are a student, faculty member, researcher, or administrator, Understanding this hierarchy is essential for effective decision-making. If you found this video useful, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment below. Did you know the difference between statutes, ordinances, and regulations before watching this video? Turn on notifications so you never miss our educational and management insights.